Hello everyone and welcome to our channel. Today we have a good friend of mine, Gurpreet. We call him G, and we will talk about real estate, inflation, bank interest rates, and so much more. So stick around.
Awesome. Thanks for having me back, brother.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you.
This is amazing. We matched the outfit today. White. White outfits. Perfect.
Because we're going to talk about all the blood in the economy.
Oh, I know. So let's start with inflation, right? Like the numbers came out, right?
Numbers came out lower than expected. I think it was 5.9%. Expectations were around 6.1. So we're trending in the right way.
Yeah, that's what they were saying. Yeah.
And down from 8.3, 8.5 back in the summer of 2022. So definitely these interest rate hikes are making a dent. I say dent.
and in people's wallets too, right?
But we were talking off camera. I mean, I go to the grocery store. I haven't seen the price change yet. I go putting gas in, it's up and down. So, my day-to-day,
unpredictable, definitely.
It's still unpredictable. Yeah. I haven't seen the changes yet. So I'm glad they stopped raising the rates. I know a lot of people were hurting from their mortgage payment and things of that nature. But I'm still waiting for the trickle-down effect to us for the everyday goods. And I don't know when that's going to happen.
You're right about that. I mean, we just don't know. So basically, inflation seems to be going down, but we haven't seen anything.
We haven't
in the real world yet.
In the real
right?
world, we haven't seen the trickle-down effect, right?
Right. So why is that though? Why? Right? Is there any secret to these numbers, or are they just adjusting their numbers because?
Well,
whatever, right?
The textbooks would tell you any rate changes, they take 12 to 18 months to work through the economy, right? That's the textbook definition. The conspiracy guy in me would say they keep changing the basket of goods in this CPI basket.
Okay, so they're picking basically.
And are we picking and choosing things to help manipulate that inflation rate? I don't know.
Right. So hold on a second. So we have inflation drop because the interest rates
have gone up.
Have gone up, but then and then the real estate prices declined. People's mortgages usually in this scenario went up.
Yeah.
Inflation with grocery store pricing, gas, you name it, everything through the roof.
Yeah.
What else? Stock market?
Stock market's down.
Bitcoin. I don't know if people are.
Yeah, if you guys are into crypto, I've been getting all these. Hey, you want to invest in crypto? Make 100% return lately. That's a different topic.
Yeah, but I'm saying it's so unstable.
Actually, I mean you've got two young kids like me.
Yes.
Your wife's probably checking out March break prices for a getaway.
God.
I don't know if you guys have looked lately, but it's like double what it was costing last year.
Yes.
We wanted to fly down to San Diego with some friends. We did a search for airfare, because we got a great deal on a hotel.
Right.
$1,100 a ticket. And normally to San Diego.
That was like $400 or $500, no?
Normally it's probably 500. So before it's all said and done, I'm like, I can go to Disney. I can go.
So hold on a second. Are they now using the market to their advantage and holding the prices, kind of to manipulate?
Kind of like Loblaws in the grocery.
Yeah. Well, I don't know, but makes you think, right? At the end of the day.
Well,
right?
Unfortunately, a lot of businesses are using inflation as their
excuse manipulation
for raising prices.
Got it.
I'm sure there is something to that. It's no secret. I just saw a report last week. A lot of the airports have raised their airport fees for airlines because of the pandemic, when nobody was traveling.
Like
And we
that's
had to-
that's like an 85-90% increase, and makes you think why, like why that much? It's already ridiculous.
Look, it's always supply and demand. It's simple economics, right?
Absolutely.
I think what's happening now is a lot of these businesses, these vendors, are manipulating the supply side a little bit. The CEOs of Mercedes and BMW came out a couple months ago and said the supply chain issues caused by COVID, alerted them to the fact that their product is still a premium, in-demand product.
Right.
And people are willing to wait and pay a premium for it. Wow. So now they've come out and said, we don't want our inventories to go back to pre-COVID levels. We like people waiting 3 to 6 months for their car.
It's interesting, right? Like, because I've seen, like, I'm sorry to cut you off, but like I've seen, like, we all have buddies and friends and stuff like that, and with these luxury watchmakers, like, like let's name a few: Breitling, Rolex,
You name it,
Patek,
Panerai, whatever.
whatever, right? Like, so there's a lineup, especially for Rolex.
Yeah.
Like, there's a 24 to 36 month lineup.
Yeah. And as a business, if you can charge a premium,
No discounts, by the way.
no discounts, why would you increase that supply chain? If I can sell 100 Rolexes for 50K a piece versus spend 200 Rolexes at 20,000 a piece, I'm better off
And
creating a bottleneck.
Yeah, and it's actually interesting because you will leave your deposit. They will put in an order before you actually start making a particular watch.
Yeah.
So you know exactly what's coming in, what's coming out. You don't have to build up the inventory for your stores, etc.
Yeah.
It's interesting, right? Like, I mean,
On a personal, I have my car lease was up in September. Last June, I booked for a new one, gave them my deposit to secure the car. Well, in December, they called me and said, we're not delivering your car. Because I had negotiated a great trade-in value for my lease. I had a great, $299 lease rate, and the rate skyrocketed. So they said, we're not delivering the car. You're going to have to roll over into the 2023 model. And I said, well, what's that look like? They said, we don't know what the pricing is yet.
Oh, so they can actually do that.
Well, they have, the fine print.
Fine print, yeah. But how does this make any sense? You already negotiated stuff. They have it in front of
Well, I guess
you.
The fine print allows them. They just said they're stop making the 2022. So what am I going to do? So
wow.
I continued my lease. They extended my lease. I still don't have pricing on a new car. No idea what I'm paying. I have no idea what the interest rate's going to be. I know from going online, it's not $299. It's probably going to be $799.
So there's a lot of uncertainty or a lot of unstable news with bidding wars in this market, real estate, rental. Like colleagues and friends in our industry, they landlords are picking tenants because there's a dime in a dozen, and they're being picky, you know what I mean. So employment. What about employment? I mean, like the unemployment has been so low.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Would you agree?
It is. But again, let's do a deep dive on the data. What does it mean?
Yeah.
Are people actually? Did we have 150,000 new jobs created for 150,000 new people?
I don't think so, man.
I don't think so. I think a lot of it was second and third jobs to keep up with what they're paying for everything.
Yeah, and now diving into that sector, what type of jobs are we looking at? Are we looking jobs with minimum wage? Or are we looking at jobs with some prosperity and some career-oriented jobs or whatever that is, right? Because the quality, the quality of employees, from my view, it's not there yet.
Not.
It's like
I can tell you that I'm looking at hiring ISAs inside salespeople to
Me too, yeah.
for our real estate leads.
Sure.
To get them qualified. A lot of my friends and family, small business owners, medium-sized businesses, they can't hold on to employees. Not because they're not paying them a fair wage,
Sure.
but because the employee doesn't feel like coming in.
You know what I mean? Like what? Like,
Because they can make $1,000 a week driving Uber. So why am I going to come here and wait tables for, $3 an hour
same
plus
amount
$10
or whatever,
tips or whatever it is, right? I can drive around in the comfort of my own vehicle, work my own hours when I feel like it.
so, but why is that? Is it because there are better jobs and people are more stable in other streams of new developed businesses, or new strategies are out there, or like it's hard to say because like sorry to cut you off, just hold that thought.
Yeah.
But me and you as a realtor and bringing our clients to a bank for a pre-approval, how does it look when you have an Uber driver applying for a mortgage?
That's a good question for your mortgage broker.
Like I know.
don't know.
No, but think about that. Like that's not a real employment. That's like self-employed category at this point, right?
How far down this like rabbit hole do we want to go, right? Like, are the fact that we have high real estate prices and people are staying at home so they don't have their rent payment and they don't have a mortgage payment because they're living with mom and dad for longer,
right?
Does that now give those individuals opportunity and freedom to pick and choose when they want to work and leave a job when they don't feel motivated or driven or passionate about it because they don't have any expenses?
Right.
When I was 25,
yeah, life was different.
I was different. I was at home, but I was also helping. So I didn't have the luxury of saying, I hate my job, I got to leave, because I had expenses and responsibilities that I was responsible for that I didn't want to unload on.
So which brings to another topic, I think for people that are living at home and not having that extra living expense, it would be wise for them to invest in real estate now, because they don't have that monthly expense, and with certainty over a long period of time, it's a guarantee that they will be better off owning and being a landlord versus blowing their money on who knows what, right?
Yeah.
So,
and again, it doesn't, I mean, I would love if they invested in real estate because we're realtors.
Yeah.
But invest your money somewhere.
I guess.
Whether it's real estate, crypto, the stock market.
Because it's easier when you're at home.
When you're at home and you don't have those life expenses that pressure.
Right.
So again, favorite word, opportunity. Where are the opportunities right now?
Right.
A good friend of mine, he's been in the country for 6 years. He is, we hear the old American dream. He is the Canadian dream. Came here with nothing. The guy is top of his class in what he does. Worth an unbelievable amount of money in such a short time. But he had the hustle, he had the grit, he had the grind, he got in the right rooms. And I asked him how he did it. And he said, I spoke to my mentors. And he said, I asked all of them that were doing really well in life, what did you guys do to get here? And they said, look, ultimately every decision is a coin toss.
I would agree, yeah.
Right? He goes, people take too long to make a decision. I call it analysis paralysis. I have it.
Of course.
I'm a very, logical guy,
analytical.
Numbers,
Yeah,
analytical. Sure. Rick said this, or our buddy Rick.
Right.
If you've got all the information to make the decision, the opportunity's already passed you.
Yeah.
Because you needed to action a lot quicker. So his advice to me was, go with your gut. This is how our species survived.
I would agree.
Everything was felt by the gut. Don't use this so much. and just hope 51% of your decisions go in your favor instead of the other way.
And keep it going for a long time, and you will be successful.
Yeah.
Well, I hope you liked this video. G, thank you so much for coming.
Thank you, brother.
It's always a pleasure seeing you, and I know we dove it, like we were diving into some spaces all over the places, but I think there's a valuable information for our viewers, and thank you so much for watching, and thanks for coming.
Thank you, guys.